Hello guys, Zennosh here and welcome to Exos Heroes Artifact tier list as that of November 28, 2021. That said, let's get this started. The first one on the list is going to be Cold-Blooded Vanguard Carnave. It can only be equipped by attack type units and it says 100% chance to increase own damage by 20% upon defeating an enemy. Stacks up to a total of 3 times, meaning like your damage can be boosted by a total of 60%, which is freaking humongous, alright? But there's a huge condition out here. It says upon defeating an enemy, so that means like it is gonna be totally useless in the Holy Dragon Grounds, where you will be spending a lot of your time grinding for the gears. That said, definitely it has a very great scope in the PvE story contents, Path of Trials, we have got core raids, and definitely it has also really good scope in the PvP Zeven standard battles as well. Alright, that said, I will be placing this artifact right away in the S tier. Pretty amazing boost, but pretty harsh condition as well. Now that said, let's move on into the next artifact, and it says Easygoing Prince Nidalee. It can only be equipped by Chaos type units, and it says 100% chance to grant Tranquility to self 1 time per 3 rounds. Tranquility provides you protection from death for once, and it can be refreshed like every 3 rounds, which is really awesome, and it can be equipped by the Chaos type units who are supposed to be squishy, so having that extra sustenance is definitely quite helpful out there, guys, but not something that actually boosts your DPS output. Alright, just for sustenance out there, and I will say I will be putting it in the A tier. Alright, now that said, let's move on into the next artifact, and it says Enchanted Sword Dance Lovely. It can only be equipped by defense type units, and it says 100% chance to revive with 30% health upon dying. That is freaking amazing. Alright, and additionally grants a barrier equal to 20% of maximum health for 6 turns upon reviving with this effect. This is so freaking amazing for a defensive type unit like Degas, Garf, and so on and on. It is like a holy grail to them. Really amazing stuff right over here, but pretty selfish as well at the same time, but definitely pretty awesome as well. Okay, I will be placing it in the S tier for now. It could actually even move to SS tier. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below, because it's a little bit selfish stuff, so that's why I'm placing it in the S tier for now. Nonetheless, it is really amazing. All right, now that said, let's move on into the next artifact, which says Heavenly Harmony Heartburn support type artifact. Alright, only support type units can actually equip this artifact right over here. It says 100% chance to grant 1 mana to ally with the highest attack at the start of the battle. There we go, guys. Well, it does not really sound superb, okay, compared to the previous Exos heroes. What it says that like it is only going to grant us 1 mana to only 1 ally with the highest attack, and it can only be triggered once per battle. Oh my god, really sad. But hey guys, thanks to the new Season 5 update, gaining mana has become like hell job, okay? It is very hard to gain mana in the game right now after Season 5 update, and having that ability to gain 1 excess mana for a highest attack type unit, definitely it is going to be a really great help in the PvP Zeven battles. Alright, so yeah, there we go, and definitely I will be placing this particular artifact in the S tier for now, provided that how like needed or necessary this particular item really is in order to excel in the PvP Zeven contents. And definitely it is also a really like free reward as well. If you are going to log in right now, you will be able to get it right away in your mailbox, and maybe it is gonna be out there for like 1 month. Alright, so yeah, there we go. If you miss out on this one, then well, it's your loss. Now let's move on into the next artifact, and that's gonna say Honest Assassin Marquia. Alright, it says it can only be equipped by the Chaos type units. 100% chance to grant stealth to self at the start of battle, removed upon receiving damage. Another method of providing some extra sustenance for the chaotic type units. Alright, like Jin. Okay, so yeah, that said, stealth is that effect that actually makes the wearer, the bearer, not being able to be targeted by the opponents out there, and you can only be damaged by the AoE damage, but you will also be receiving some reduced damage from the AoE damage out there, and it will be removed once upon receiving the damage. So yeah, there we go, guys. Can be quite helpful out there to actually maintain a really good sustenance out there in the battlefield, but that's all there is to it. No DPS boost out here, and that's it. Definitely I will be placing it in the A tier. And now let's move on into the next artifact, and it says Life or Death Vigilance VV. Alright, it can only be equipped by the defense type units. Alright, it says 30% chance to destroy a random guardian stone from target when an enemy basic attacks. Well, definitely this particular artifact is gonna be a holy grail, a very amazing artifact to those kind of tank units who has provoke ability. Alright, this is so good indeed, and being able to break the guardian stone is definitely awesome, because like if you can break your opponent apart, you can deal double the damage to them and your opponent will be immobilized for a very long turn. So that is pretty awesome, guys. I really do love this right over here, but only 30% chance can be quite problematic. Anyways, that's it. I will be placing this one right away in the S tier, no questions asked whatsoever. Alright, so that's it. Now let's move on into the next artifact, and it says Living Melody Burion. It can only be equipped by the support type units. Alright, and it says a 50% chance to reset turn for a random ally upon receiving damage one time per round. Looks pretty good. A reset turn is always good to have. 50% chance, not the best, but not bad either. Okay, it's somewhere in the middle. Really good stuff right over here. And one time per round, that's also good. So I would say this is an amazing artifact that could actually improve your overall performance out there, because with the turn set, definitely it's going to be quite helpful in order to be quite effective out there in the battlefield. And definitely I will be placing it in the S tier. Alright, and now let's move on into the next artifact, and it says Veteran Blade Mars. It can only be equipped by the attack type units like Battery, Raquel, and it says 30% chance to reset on turn upon defeating an enemy. Well, you have to defeat the enemy, and on top of that one, only 30% chance to get the turn reset. Not one of the brightest artifact set right over here, but nonetheless quite helpful as well. Alright, so that's it. I will be placing this particular artifact right away over here in the A tier. Yeah, there we go, guys. 30% chance, not really that big probability, and you really have to defeat the enemy as well on top of that one. Oh man, okay. Next right over here is gonna be Vicious Gail Griez. Alright, it's an attack type, meaning like only attack type units can equip this particular artifact. It says increases own critical hit rate by 20%. That is pretty awesome right off the bat. A flat critical hit rate boost. 60% chance to increase own critical damage by 50% for 5 turns at the start of own turn. Oh my god, this is amazing. Really good DPS boost right here for the attack type units like Raquel and Battery. So definitely I will be placing this particular artifact in the SST. It totally deserves the spot, guys. Really sweet artifact, and wish you guys best of luck to get this artifact right away. The Vicious Gail Griez. Alright, now that said, let's move on into the next artifact right over here. It says Church of Purity Helena. It can only be equipped by the support type units. It says 100% chance to cleanse debuff from one ally at the start of own turn. Really good support skill out here, and for the support type characters, definitely one of the best out there. Totally a holy grail type stuff, and I will be placing it in the S tier right over here. Now that said, let's move on into the next artifact. It says a Civilization's Rejector Assemble. It can be equipped by the Chaos type units. It says 20% chance to afflict enemy with the silence when attacking. Alright, not one of the brightest stuff right over here. My god, only 20%. Silence is definitely great for the PvP contents, but 20%, it's quite low probability out there. So that's it. Definitely I will be placing this artifact in the A tier. Alright, yeah, that is it, guys. And now let's move on into the next artifact, and it says Dark Silhouette Reveal. It says it can only be equipped by the attack type units. Increases own attack by 20%. Wow, that's awesome. 100% chance to grant a barrier equal to 10% of own maximum health when basic attacking one time per 2 rounds. This is good. Extra sustenance and really good damage boost as well. Definitely an amazing artifact for a DPS type unit, especially that, Battery and Raquel and so on and on. So that's it. Definitely, guys, I will be placing this particular artifact right away in the S tier. Totally deserves the spot. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Now let's move on into the next artifact, and it says Flaming Iron Fist, Brazian. It can only be equipped by the defensive type units. 100% chance to transfer 1 debuff from self when attacking an enemy. 1 time per round. Okay, so here we go, guys. I would say it is pretty limited, and you really have to debuff on yourself as well, which could be a possibility. Not one of the surefire stuff out here, guys, and not definitely one of the best like this artifact to be equipping on a defensive type unit. So definitely, guys, I will be placing it in the B tier right over here, guys. That's it. Next right over here is going to be the Guide of Dark Veils, Moonroof. It says grant heal over time to ally with the lowest health percentage to heal for 8% of target's health over 3 turns at the start of round, 1 time per 2 rounds. Okay, a really good healing spell right over here, and that can be equipped by the support type units, which is totally supposed to meant to happen. Really good stuff right over here, guys. That said, I will be placing it in the A tier. Healing is pretty good, but not one of the best out there. Next is going to be this one right over here, Righteous Mercy Olivia. It can only be equipped by the defensive type units. It says decreases damage received by all allies besides self by 20% while alive. Okay, for a defensive type unit out there like Garf and Degas, definitely this is one of the best artifact that you can ever give to them. Totally hits the spot, guys. Damage decreased by 20%. Oh my god, this is so good. So that's it. Definitely I will be placing this amazing artifact in the SS tier right away. Totally deserves the sweet spot of SS tier. This amazing artifact, Righteous Mercy Olivia, and best of luck to you guys to get this artifact. Alright, and now that's it. Let's move on into the next artifact. It says Sandust Commander Chun. Alright, it can only be equipped by chaos type units. 40% chance to decrease health regeneration of the target by 50% for 5 turns when attacking. Alright, not one of the brightest type of artifact out there. Can be quite helpful in order to counter the healing type teams out there, opponents. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Anyways, kind of very specific and technical, so A tier would be the best for it. Now let's move on into the next artifact, and that is going to be Storm Splitting Rudy. Okay, attack type, it says increases own attack by 30% for 10 turns and heals for 40% of own health when own health falls to 30% or below, 1 time per battle only. So yeah, there we go, guys. Pretty limited stuff right over here, and to get that 30% and below, it's quite not that easy to attain it right away. If you are going below 30%, most probably you might actually also be losing the battle as well. Okay, not one of the brightest stuff right over here. Nonetheless, it's quite helpful as well. In the end, you might actually be even able to turn the tables around with that 30% of attack boost. Alright, and that heal effect is definitely going to give you that extra chance as well. So I would say this artifact is kind of good, alright, and I will be placing it right away in the A plus or S minus. What do you guys think? Okay, S minus. Okay, S minus tier for now. Really good stuff right over here. Below 30%, not really that easy to trigger, but once it's there, it's definitely something like second chance. Okay, so it's good. Alright, now that's it. Let's move on into the next artifact, and that is going to be Struggling Abyss Carbon. It can only be equipped by the chaos type units. It says 20% chance to purge, meaning like to remove a buff when basic attacking. Only 20% chance? Alright, good utility, but that's all there is to it, guys. Man. Alright, I will be placing this right away in the B tier. Okay, so there we go. Anyways, now let's move on into the next artifact, and it is going to be the Unbreakable Wall, a Messiang. Alright, it can only be equipped by the defense type units. Alright, and it says grants share health to all allies to transfer 30% of damage received to self. This is so good to improve the overall sustenance of your entire team. This is great, and definitely it's going to be a really great help in any contents out there, especially in the Holy Dragon Grounds. Wow, amazing, guys. Totally hits the spot, and definitely I will be placing this artifact right away in the SS tier. And as you guys can see, I have this artifact, and I'm pretty happy with that. Next is going to be this artifact known as Wild Wave Allied. Okay, can only be equipped by the support type units. 80% chance to heal 20% of own health upon receiving damage 1 time per round. Okay, by support type units, not one of the brightest, I would say. If it were to be defensive type, that would be good. Okay, but well, that is theirs to it. Just some extra sustenance for the support type unit, and I will say it actually goes into the B tier. All right, for now. Anyways, now let's move on into the next artifact, and that is going to be the Worshipper of the Dead, Uno. All right, and it says it can only be equipped by the attack type units. Increases own hit by 20% at the start of battle. Okay, that is good. 70% chance to increase own attack by 30%. Removed at the end of the own turn. Actually looks pretty awesome right over here. Hit plus 20% and attack by 30% with that 70% chance up. It definitely is S tier. Okay, definitely is S tier, guys. Right over here, totally goes to S tier. If you guys think it actually should go to SS tier, let me know down in the comment section below. I would really love to know about it. Okay, so that's it. Now let's move on into the legendary type artifacts. Okay, so first one on the list is going to be Blue Guando Bihun. Attack type increases on effect resist by 50% for 12 turns. Effect resist and so on and on. Man, it's totally. It's totally not good. It's totally not good, guys. Effect resist, what the hell? Trash filler. You know, like you can totally replace it right away later on. You really don't want this kind of artifact to be actually being used on your DPS type unit, alright? Next is going to be this one right over here that says Confident Assassin Way can be equipped by the Chaos type units. 50% chance to afflict a random debuff to a target for 3 turns when attacking. 1 of stun, silence, and sleep. 1 time per round. Okay, so there we go, guys. Pretty good stuff right over here, but only 50% chance. But those are pretty good debuffs that you can actually put on a enemy, but only for 3 turns. Okay, so that's it. Definitely, I will be placing this particular artifact in the A tier. Alright, can be a really great help in the Zennosh battles. Next, right over here is going to be Deadly Whisper Weepers. Okay, equipable by the Chaos type units. Increases all damage dealt by self by 20% for 2 turns if own health is at 30% or below at the start of own turn. Oh my god, this is really hard to achieve. Alright, not superb. Okay, 20% damage boost is definitely good, but very hard to trigger. So that said, I will be placing this one right away in the A tier. Good nonetheless. Next on the list is going to be this one right over here. Dual Sword Magnum. Attack type right over here. Increases on critical hit rate by 20%. Sounds really good, right? But in this game, it is not really that hard to actually gain very high critical hit rate for your characters, especially attack type units. Alright, just have a really good gear build, and it is kind of limited as well at the start of own turn, and it will be removed of an attacking, so you really cannot really depend upon this particular artifact for the entire round. So totally I would say just for beginners to actually play around, it's totally a trash or a filler type artifact. So I will be placing it right over here. Alright, critical hit rate boost, it's really good, but only like for 1 time. That's it. What the hell? Okay, next is going to be this artifact right over here that says Explosive Hitter Patrashi. Okay, it says defensive type. Heals 10% of own maximum health at the start of own turn. For a defensive unit to have that 10% of heal at the start of his own turn, it's definitely quite good, alright? But that's all there is to it, and I will be placing it right away in the A tier. Can be quite helpful from time to time in order to improve the tankiness of your unit. Next is going to be this one right over here, Guardian of the Balance Blinket. Support type artifact. Increases own attack speed by 13 points when ally receives damage, and it can stack up to a total of 3 times, meaning like your speed can be boosted by a total of 39 freaking points. Oh my god, that is freaking massive, meaning like as a support unit you can actually provide that healing to your allies real fast. Okay, wow, you can save your team, the damsel of distress. Okay, like you can totally save them from the utter disaster with this particular buff right over here. This is really good. I like this. Definitely one of the amazing artifact for the support type units out there, and definitely I would want to put it on my support type units as well. So that's it, guys. I will say I will be placing it in the S tier. It could even go to SS tier. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below. I will be waiting for your feedbacks, okay? So that's it. Now let's move on into the next artifact, and that is going to be Hammer of Destruction Collapse. Okay, it says it can only be equipped by the support type units. 60% chance to afflict 1 random damage target with Nullify buff for 4 turns. Okay, so yeah, that is it, guys. looks pretty good, a good utility, but that's not what you really expect from a support. Okay, you really want some really good buff for your allies to be a little bit even more, like effective out there in battlefield. So I would say this particular stuff right here with only 60% of chance out there, I will be placing this one right over here in the B tier. All right, so yeah, there we go. That's pretty much it. Can't really give it even more, like a lot more, importance. Next one right over here says Honest Arrow Hilden. Okay, Chaos type. It says 40% chance to afflict target with Nullify Heal for 6 turns when attacking. Okay, it's just Nullify Heal. Okay, it is pretty, very, like conditional out here, guys. And guess what, guys? It's only 40% chance out here. So yeah, that is it. Anyways, how to say this? Like, it can only be used when you really are trying to counter the healers. So yeah, not one of the best artifacts out there in my opinion. So I will be placing it right away in the B tier. The next one right over here, guys, it's going to be Iron Bullet Gunner Big Run. Okay, and this artifact definitely you are going to need it in the Holy Dragon Grounds. Alright, defense, it can only be equipped by the defense type units. Grants a barrier equal to 10% of own health to all allies at the start of battle. Can only be triggered once per battle. Okay, so yeah, it's only a one-time thing, but 10% of barrier can be a really great help in the Holy Dragon Grounds. But that's all there is to it. Can be a good help in the PvP demonstrator battles as well to improve your sustenance right away in case your enemies are pretty super fast. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Definitely amazing stuff right over here which you really want to use, and I will be placing him in the, this character in the A tier. This artifact, sorry. Artifact in the A tier. And now let's move on into the next character, and that is going to be Master of Dodge Ferric. Chaos type, it says increases attack by 30% with every successful dodge. Okay, can be a really great stuff for our Jin. Stack up to a total of 5 times. My god, wow, like that's 150% of attack boost. That's a lot, but our character really need to have a successful dodge, and for that to get happen, the opponents really need to come up with a really good attack against the character, and character need to dodge and so on and on. It's quite very hard to trigger, but hey, the bonus is pretty heavy as well. So definitely, guys, I will be placing this particular stuff right over here in the A+ or S-, A+ or S-, guys. The boost is really high, but really hard to trigger as well at the same point. Not something that you are usually gonna get. Okay, so for now, I will be placing it in the A tier. Alright, if you guys have different opinion, please do let me know in the comment section below. Now that said, let's move on into the next artifact, and it says Precise Phantom Thief Blinket. Chaos type, it says 30% chance to reduce buff duration of the target for 2 turns when attacking. 30% chance only. That's it. Okay, I will be placing it in the B tier. That's the sweetest spot for it. The next artifact is going to be Pride of the Great Thief Golden Monkey. Support type, it says 50% chance to cleanse all debuffs from one random ally when attacking. Pretty random, only 50% chance, but pretty good as well at the same time. I will be placing it in the A tier because you can pretty much cleanse all the debuffs out there. So that is good. Next is going to be this one, Raising Roar Leonel. Attack type, it says increases the damage by 10% if the own current health is not at 100% at the start of round. Definitely a very good artifact for the PvE contents. Okay, a very long story, like any kind of long battle, it is definitely going to be a really great help. And yeah, that is it, guys. Not really that amazing for the PvP content though, but for the other contents, I would say it's going to be a really great stuff, especially if the battle is going to be prolonged. Okay, so that's it. This particular stuff right over here, I will be placing it in the A tier. Okay, because only 10% damage boost as well at the same time. Next is going to be the Haired Lotus. Support type, it says decreases the damage received on self by 15%, but for a support type unit, support, you really don't really need to focus on that one. Anyways, A tier, because like it's pretty much a flat boost, not a one-time stuff in the battle. Okay, next is going to be this one right over here, Relentless Determination series. Attack type, and I would say this is one of the best artifact in my opinion, guys. Really good stuff. I really love this, and this particular icon really do remind me of the Bizarre Adventure of JoJo. Okay, Aura. 80% chance to counter the attacker when ally receives damage. This is so freaking good, man. I just really love this for attack type unit. For counter, I mean, like, there are so many people out there who really would want to like emphasize on counter in order to dominate your opponents out there in the battlefield, right? So it's really good, but obviously you are only going to be like, attacking with the basic attack when you are countering, right? So there we go. Not much of super expectation out there. Nonetheless, it's a really fun artifact, which I will be placing in the S tier, okay? Really amazing artifact, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys have, like what thoughts you guys have about this particular artifact right over here. The next one right over here says Republic Defender Nickel. Defense type, it says, grants a barrier equal to 30% of own maximum health to an ally with the highest attack at the start of battle. Really good artifact in order to provide that extra sustenance to a character with the highest attack, your main DPS unit, possibly, right? So yeah, there we go. So that is pretty good stuff right here. Really good sustenance, and I will be placing it in the A tier. That's gonna be the best spot, okay? Next right over here is going to be Sad Concerto Breden. Okay, so there we go. Sorry about my pronunciation. Support type, it says 50% chance to afflict attacker with silence for 5 turns upon receiving damage. First of all, guys, he needs to get attacked, and there's only 50% chance. But hey, silence for 5 turns, it's really good for the PvP cons, and definitely opponents will have to think twice before they actually like do AoE damage to you guys. All right, so that said, it is quite good, but not superb. 50% chance only, guys, and you really have to receive the damage. So A tier would be the best. Definitely a great artifact for the PvP Zennosh battles. Next is going to be this one right over here, Sealed of Purity Aegis. Defensive type, 60% of chance to increase the critical resist rate by percentage for 4 turns upon receiving damage. Really good artifact for the defensive type units. All right, that is theirs to add. Okay, there we go, A tier. Next one on the list is going to be Softly Glowing Tektite. All right, only defensive type units can equip this particular artifact. 70% chance to double team when ally attacks. Double team, always really good, right? It's pretty awesome, right? And it actually kind of triggers most of the time, but it's only going to be a basic attack that she's going to follow up with. Nonetheless, it's pretty good, but you cannot really expect a lot of damage coming out from the defensive type units, right? But nonetheless, it's kind of fun. I would go for A+ or S-. For now, I will be putting it in the S tier, okay? S- tier. Okay, so there we go. Now let's move on into the next particular stuff right over here, and that's going to be Blizzard, okay? Defensive type, it says 50% chance to counter upon receiving damage. Okay, that is pretty good. I like that. But for a defensive unit, so not one of the brightest out there. So I will be putting it in the B tier, okay? Pretty fun to use. Next is going to be this one right over here, Book Chaser Louislet, Chaos type. It says 40% chance to decrease the defense of the target by 10 turns for 5 turns when basic attacking. Wow, lots of conditions out there, and not too freaking bright, okay? So I will be placing it in the Thrash Filler. It can totally easily be, like replaced by the other stuff right out there. Anyways, that's it. Now let's move on into the next artifact right here, and that's going to be a Cold-Blooded Red Frenzy. Attack type, increases own attack by 20% when ally dies. Pretty conditional, but still, attack plus 20%, bring it on. I like that, okay? So in hard contents, definitely it can be a really great help to your attack type units, and I will be placing it in the A tier right away. Can be a really great help from time to time, especially in the hard mode battles. Next one right over here, Dimension Leaper, Chaos type. It says increases own effect hit by 70% at the start of battle, removed upon attacking. Oh my god, it is so limited as well, and just effective boost. What the hell? By the Chaos type units? What the hell? Totally, guys, I will be placing it in the Thrash or Filler, okay, for now. Next on the list is going to be this one, Disciple of Darkness, Chaos type. Increases own attack speed by 12 points for 3 turns at the start of battle. Okay, definitely an amazing artifact that you can utilize in the PvP Zennosh battles to get that advantage against your enemies, okay? So, pretty good stuff right over here. Really good for Zennosh battle, but that's all there is to it. So, I will be placing it in the A tier. Originally A+, okay? A+ tier, okay? Somewhere A+ tier. Okay, so there we go. Now let's move on into the next artifact, and that's going to be this one, Emerald Corte, okay? Attack type, increases own hit by 10%. Oh, hit? Just hit? What the hell? I will be placing it in that Thrash Filler. Like, no DPS unit wants this artifact. Next is right over here, Fire Breathing Gunter. Defense type, it says, reflects 50% of damage received on self for 3 turns when own health falls to 30% or below. It is kind of pretty good, actually. If you are gonna be able to reflect the damage back to the enemies out there, it's gonna be quite helpful. But it has some really good condition out here as well that you need to fulfill. So for now, guys, I will be placing it in the A tier. All right, so yeah, that is it, but pretty fun artifact for the defensive type units nonetheless. Now that said, let's move on into the next artifact, and that's going to be the gold-plated mask chaos type. Increases on effect hit rate by 20%. Oh my god, it's definitely a thrash and filler type. Not much of really big purpose out there. Guardian shield feed. All right, it says attack type. It says 100% chance to counter upon receiving damage, one time per battle only. What the hell? 100% counter, really good, but one time per battle, what the hell, man? Totally a thrash and filler. Totally, you can, like, just use it as a filler type unless you get a better artifact. Next is going to be this one. Increases on critical hit rate by 7%. This little attacker lumberjack attack. Okay, so it's just a filler. There's no problem at all in order to build the critical hit rate in the game. So yeah, as a beginner, you might actually check it out for the time while, but later on, you can totally replace it right away. Next is going to be the liquid Lucia, a chaos type unit right away. 50% chance to afflict one target with a stun when attacking. Stun, really good. 15% chance only. What the hell is that? But for how many turns is that? We have got no idea. Anyways, this one right over here, I will be putting it in the thrash and filler. Okay, 15% chance. It is so low probability. All right, so yeah, that is it, guys. Next one right over here is going to be Mr. Frank. Okay, decreases damage received by on self by 30%, which is humongous at the start of battle. Removed upon receiving damage. So once you receive the damage, it's pretty much done for. Okay, so I really don't recommend this one. Totally a thrash and filler type. Okay, so there we go, guys, and now let's move on to the next artifact. Northern Grape Keeper, attack type, increases own damage by 5% when attacking. Pretty good stuff right over here, guys, which I will be putting in the B tier. Next one right over here, Origin of Foundation, defense type, increases own defense by 10%. Totally a niche type. Okay, right over here in the B tier, that would be the best place for it. Next is gonna be the partners Jack and Plo. Wow, this guy from the 7 Deadly Sin, the Pride, the Lion, it's right over here, guys. My god, okay, I like him. A defense type unit, 20% chance to afflict one target with stun for 3 turns when attacking. Okay, so that is quite good out there, being able to stun the target right out there when attacking. And we have got some really good AoE damage dealers as well, like we have got our Loom and so many much more units out there who can actually do this. I will be placing it in the B tier for now, okay? In the B tier, that's it. Or filler as well. It's up to you. It's up to you. You know, like, you can put it as a thrash or a B tier just for some fun. Next is going to be this one right over here, Resonatic Panzer, support type unit, or like this artifact. Heals for 15% health when own health falls to 20% or below, one time per battle. Only 15% health? What the hell? So it's totally a filler type. Not much to expect out of it. Next is going to be this one, Righteous Willie, attack type. Increases own attack by 10%, which is flat boost right away. Amazing. I like it. B tier right away. Next is going to be this one right over here, which says Silence Maniac, support type. 15% chance to afflict silence to enemy for 3 turns when basic attacking. Basic attacking, 15% chance only. What the hell? Totally a thrash filler type, okay? Just to have some fun, that's it. Next is going to be Spectacular Red Frenzy, support type, increases on effect resist by 30%. Bullshit. Okay, so right over here, guys. Next right over here is going to be Squishing Juicy, attack type, increases on critical damage by 15%. Okay, there we go. Right off the bat, really flat attack. DPS boost right over there. B tier, that's going to be. Next is going to be this unit, and that's gonna be this Sweetie Cat. Okay, support type, increases own defense by 10%. All right, kind of good. I like that. So I will be placing that Sweetie in the B tier. Okay, so yeah, that is it. Next is gonna be this one, Swift Golden Monkey, increases own dodge by 10%. If you need that extra dodge, you definitely can actually rely upon this particular stuff right over here, especially units like Jean can actually take advantage of it. So I will be placing it in the B tier for now. Dodge is pretty good stuff in the game that actually allows you to reduce the incoming damage by a massive amount. And next is going to be this one right over here, which says Twisted Teemos. 15% chance to afflict sleep to enemy for 3 turns when basic attacking. Basic attack, only 15% chance. Bullshit. Trash filler, guys. Next is gonna be this one right over here that says Vestige of Past. Defensive type, 30% chance to afflict target with provoke for 3 turns when attacking. Okay, looks pretty good, but you really don't really look forward. I mean, like 30%, good enough. I mean, like, provoke, that is really good for a defensive type unit. Really good, but only 30% chance. Okay. Anyways, for now, I'll be putting it in the B tier, okay? In the B tier, that is. But this could have been better with the higher probability. Like, it could have been really better, okay? Next is going to be this one right over here. Watcher Wielder, Chaos type, increases own critical damage by 30% at the start of battle, removed upon attacking. Like, what the hell? It's a critical damage as well. Meaning, like, you really have to be sure that you are going to hit with the critical hit to actually take advantage of this one. So totally a thrash filler type. Next is going to be this one right away that says Wickling Melee. Alright, it says increases on effect resist by 70% at the start of battle, removed upon receiving damage. What the hell is that? So totally a thrash filler. Next is going to be this particular out here, Autodol Teddy, support type, increases on effect resist by 5%, totally a thrash filler. Right over here, guys, what it does, the next one, Brum KV2, increases on defense by 6% for a defensive type unit. That's pretty good, but it's cliche. We already have a really good artifact that can actually boost the defense by 10%, right? So yeah, there we go. Next one right over here is going to be the Butler of the Frost, support type, increases on defense by 6% as well, totally a thrash filler right over here, guys. Next one right over here is going to be this one, increases on effect hit by 5% for chaos, totally a bullshit, totally thrash filler type. Next is going to be this one right over here, Knight's Pride, increases on attack by 6%. Okay, that is good for a beginner. That can be quite helpful, guys. So I will be putting in the B tier. Okay, so there we go, or you can put it in the thrash filler. It's up to you, because we already do have that artifact that can provide 10% of attack boost, right? So okay, let's go into the thrash filler. Okay, so yeah, it can be used as a filler for the time being. Next is going to be this Tirag, attack type, increases on critical hit rate by 2%. Oh my god, this is one of the worst artifacts that I've ever seen. Only 2% crit rate boost. What the hell? Next is gonna be Fate Chasing Burst, bird defense right over here. 80% chance to increase the effect resist. Oh, whatever. Totally a thrash, guys. Totally a thrash. I think we can totally assume that these guys are totally a thrash. No need to really like read them out, but still, let's check them out. 80% chance to increase the effect resist. Bullshit. 80% chance to increase the defense by 5%. Bullshit. 80% chance to increase the effect hit. Bullshit. 80% chance to increase the attack by 5% for 2 turns. Totally a niche cliche. Next is going to be 80% chance to increase the hit by 5%. Man. Totally bullshit. Anyway, so yeah, there we go, guys. This is gonna be the tier list of, you know, like Exos heroes for now. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, I would really love to look forward for your insights, feedbacks regarding this particular stuff right over here. I would really appreciate it. Your contribution, okay? Your opinions about this particular tier list right over here. I would really love to keep on progressing, or let's say to keep on improving this tier list in the near future with the feedbacks that you keep on providing in my comment section below. It really helps me a lot, guys. All right, so that's it. This is it for today. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents like this. And I'm sorry for making this video too long. All right, that's it. See you guys in the next video.